So welcome, my name is Kate Kalthoff and we're going to do a quick tip today. And that quick tip is to take all of your regular clear mount stamp sets and turn them into cling mount stamp sets. And I have to say, my downline member, Kim Lundstrom, gave me this idea. Oh my gosh, it was back in, was it November when we first were introduced to the cling mount stamp. She said, Kay, whatever you do, don't throw away your little sheets that come with the new cling mounts, because I'm pretty sure we can use those to turn our regular clear mount sets into cling mounts. And I was like, yeah. Of course, I was pretty busy at the time. We had just got back from On Stage, and I was working with new products. I was working with holiday catalog products. And then, of course, it was Christmas. And then, of course, the new catalog launched for the occasions and celebration. And everything I was working with was the cling mounts, and they were awesome. I was loving them. And I'd kind of completely forgotten about that tip that my downline member had shared with me. Then I have to show you what happened when I was sick. And so I'm going to flip the camera down and give you a peek into what happened to me. So give me a second here. All right, so let me show you. I was sick, and so one of the things that I do when I'm not feeling very well and I'm just kind of sitting in front of Netflix and, nursing my cold, I was taking some of my stamp sets, like this one, the Celebration Home to Roost stamp set, and I was just going through and putting all of the stickers on. And it was so satisfying, too, because I'd put the sticker on, and then you can just see how sticky it is and how it sticks to the block so perfectly, and it doesn't come off, and it's wonderful. And then I grabbed a few more stamp sets out of my office, settled back down in front of the TV set, and one of the stamp sets I grabbed was Peaceful Place. I opened it up, and I'm working with it. I'm putting the sticker on, and then I happened to have a block in front of me because I was feeling it, and I was thinking, wow, this doesn't feel as sticky as the rest of them. And of course, I couldn't get it to stick on the block, and I was just like, what? Did they forget the cling mount? I mean, why isn't this working? And then I remembered the last second that this was a clear mount stamp set. It was not a cling mount stamp set, and it wasn't working. And I was just like, oh, this is so frustrating. And then I remembered what Kim had told me. Kim Lundstrom is my assistant in my group, and she is a very talented demonstrator. And she had said, don't toss your inserts. And I never do anyway. I mean, why? Because I can just set them in here. And sometimes when I sell these things on eBay or whatever, I like to keep, whatever I got with it all together. That's why I don't get rid of any of the backings or anything, because I don't know what people want to do with this down the road. But she was telling me, Kay, you need to save these. So I did. And then, of course, she had mentioned to me that I could turn my regular clear mounts into cling mounts. So I decided to try it. And I was impressed. So you have to remember that there are two sides to the adhesive, and you want to make sure that the top goes to the top. So you put your sticker onto your regular. Of course, it doesn't stick because it's clear mount. And we used to mess around with glue or whatever, or in my case, I never even put the sticker on. I just put it straight onto the block and leave all the stickers in the case. So this is the Home to Roost leftover sheet, and I am just going to cut a little bit off here just so that it fits like this. Well, that's a little bit too big, so let me get this off a little bit. And then the next thing I want to do is remember that this is the top, so I have to think this is how I would put it on to the set. So the top goes to the top. So I'm going to pull this away, and it's a little tricky to do this. I was kind of shocked. So you have to use your scissors, and you pull this away. And again, the bottom piece comes off pretty easy, but that's not the piece you want to put onto the top. You have to think the top goes to the top. So the top is really sticky because that's the permanent side. So that's the part that goes onto your sticker. And then the bottom side is this part, and that's the removable part. So I just put that right on top, and look at that. I just turned it into a cling mount stamp just by taking a little piece, and there it is. Look at that, it works so great. And I'm so excited about this because now I'm gonna take all of these pieces that I've saved, and I'm gonna cut them up and turn my stamps that are not sticky because they're clear mounts, and turn them into cling mounts with this little piece. So I really want to thank my downline member Kim for that great idea, which she gave me back in November, and I didn't really have a chance to play with it until now. And even this great big stamp that is part of the Peaceful Place, I went ahead and I just took a strip, and it's only probably about 3/4 of an inch wide, and maybe, you know, and I put it on diagonally. I didn't feel like I had to cover the whole thing. And look at that. You can just put it onto your set, and it's the best of both worlds. You get the sticker, and you get that little strip that will allow you to use this as a cling mount stamp. So that is my tip today. I'm just so excited about it. So I hope that you are too. But again, I want to reiterate that it's really important that the top goes to the top. So just let's do this one more time because I don't want, this is a very important point. So let's just take this little squirrel here, and I'm going to, now again, this is not the cling mount. This is our clear mount. So these are all the stamps that are not in the Occasions catalog, because so far that's all that's cling mount. And I'm going to put the sticker on, and rather than hoovering it over the top, which I really cannot do because of my bifocals and everything else, it's a problem. So what I do is I just find a spot, and I just put it down in a little corner that I can sort of see to line up that corner, and then I walk it around, and then of course by walking it around I can make sure that everything gets where it needs to go, and then of course it's on there perfect, which I love. Then you want to put the top to the top, so so you can see the cutout of the chicken here. So this I consider to be the top, and then that is what's going to stick onto your sticker here. So we're just going to do a little cutout, and it's really important to remember that the top goes to the top. So when you peel it, the first thing that comes away is the bottom, because for some reason the bottom peels off really easy but the top does not. So that's another way to know which the top is. And I typically have to use my scissors to peel that away from that top sheet. And that's good to know, because that top sheet, that's hard to peel away. That's your clue that that goes onto, you know, face down onto the stamp that you're converting. And then once again, it's an instant cling stamp, and you can remove it. If you accidentally put it on upside down, you will have that sticker stuck onto your block permanently, because that's the permanent side. So you want to make sure that you get it top to top. Okay, so hope that helps you, and that's my quick tip for the day. And thanks everyone. Bye-bye.